I wonder what it's made of. I wonder how it works. I wonder how they do it. I wonder. Wonder what? Wonder what? Wonder what? Wonder what? Wonder what? Wonder what? Wonder what?
What are we wondering about today? Ah, a newspaper. Mum's reading the newspaper. While Mum reads the paper, Alex, Rian and Sam are making prints.
I'm going to print a red horse. Here, here.
Newspapers are also made by printing. Did you ever wonder how it works? Let me show you. This is a place where newspapers are printed. They print thousands and thousands of newspapers here every day. To print all those newspapers, they need a lot of paper. And here it is. The paper comes in these giant rolls called reels. Each reel weighs as much as a hippopotamus. They're so heavy, you need a forklift to move them. That's Damien's job. So where is the reel of paper going next? It has to be unwrapped. That's what this machine is for. First, Damien presses the button with his foot. Then the reel starts to turn around. This makes it easier for him to cut off the wrapper. The other things you need to make a newspaper are words and pictures. And here they are, on this computer screen. But how do the words and pictures get onto the paper? Let's find out. See these sheets of metal? They're called plates. They're a bit like the stamps that children use for printing. The words and pictures from the screen have been put onto the plates. Now the plates will be used to put the words and pictures onto the paper. That's how printing works. And it happens here, in the printing press. It's enormous. It's so big, it even has stairs. Down at the bottom of the printing press, Alan is putting in the metal plates. But before they start printing the newspapers, they need to get one of those giant reels of paper. That's the job of this machine. Watch. Now the paper is loaded into the printing press. It's time to start the press. Watch the paper being pulled off the reel. The newspaper will be printed using 4 different colour inks. The inks go onto the paper one colour at a time. It happens really quickly. Watch. Yellow, black, blue, and red. Now all the words and pictures are on the paper. But it's still one big long roll. You can't read that. So next, The paper is cut into the right size, folded, and turned into finished newspapers. Mark is checking to see how they look. Perfect. But how do they pack up all the newspapers and get them to the shops? That happens here, in this enormous room. It's a bit like a roller coaster. Watch how the newspapers are stacked into bundles. And then they're wrapped up in plastic. Where are they off to now? Ah, they're going outside. And here's another forklift. It's loading them onto this big lorry. Now the newspapers can be delivered to the shops. So, can you remember what happened? The plates were put onto the printing press. The reel of paper was loaded into the printing press. Then the ink was printed onto the paper. The paper was cut, folded, and turned into newspapers. Then the newspapers were stacked into bundles and wrapped up. Finally, they were loaded up and delivered to the shops. And now you know how it works.
Wonder what?